State attorneys general, who are the top law enforcement officials in each state, have the final say on which cases to pursue or not. That power has not gone unnoticed by lobbyists. CBS News got an inside look at one lavish retreat where businesses and trade groups paid for access. Some of these companies are under investigation by state attorneys general, but still give large donations so they can get one-on-one time to AGs to state their case. Nancy Cordes is here with a look at what those officials get in return. Nancy, good morning. Interested to see this.
It's right. And, you know, it's all perfectly legal for these companies to give eye-popping sums to the partisan groups that help those AGs get elected and reelected. In exchange, those groups arrange luxurious private gatherings where the officials and the donors can get to know each other far from the halls of government.
I am Chris Carr, and I am the Attorney General from the state of Georgia.
Rubbing shoulders with a state attorney general doesn't come cheap. To get an invite to this four-day retreat, lobbyists had to fork over $125,000. The dress code? Resort casual.
We can't do what we do without y'all.
Selling access to events like this one has helped the Republican Attorneys General Association, or RAGA, raise more than $20 million in the last year and a half, twice as much as their Democratic counterparts.
Look, the other side has been very energized. There's no two ways about it.
CBS News reviewed 88 donations of $50,000 or more to RAGA and found that more than half of those donors had matters under consideration by a state attorney general or had recently settled. Others needed help from the AG community. The NRA, for instance, made a $700,000 donation to RAGA 4 weeks after the Las Vegas shooting. It was a six-fold increase from the previous year and came as even some Republicans were calling for new gun control measures.
This ban on these bump stocks should be codified.
1 month later, 24 of the 27 GOP attorneys general wrote this letter urging Congress to pass concealed carry legislation, a top priority for the NRA. The NRA told CBS News it did not discuss the letter with RAGA and gave generously to RAGA simply because the NRA supports organizations that work to elect pro-Second Amendment candidates.
The major concern from my perspective is that this is completely behind closed doors.
Marquette University's Paul Nolet has studied the role of state attorneys general.
If the public doesn't know what the connection between the money coming in and the policies or investigations going out are, then it really raises some questions.
And the more money these lobbyists shell out, the more access they get. At swanky golf resorts like this one in Pinehurst, North Carolina, $50,000 entitles them to so-called issue briefings, one-on-one with Republican AGs.
Kiowa Island Golf Resort is a coastal retreat of spectacular natural beauty.
The most luxurious gathering we saw was on Kiowa Island in South Carolina, an event so exclusive it's not even mentioned on RAGA's website. We asked 9 AGs we saw there if they attended, and only 3 would confirm they went. Here's Arkansas AG Leslie Rutledge, who is the chair of RAGA. When we asked her staff if she was there, they responded, "We have nothing additional." We got a hold of the agenda, which included yoga on the beach and a dolphin tour. In attendance, representatives from Koch Industries, Big Tobacco, payday lenders, and the NRA. Over 4 days, while their aides were back home working, we saw the AGs by the pool, playing golf, and at open bar, oceanfront receptions, all courtesy of RAGA donors. Not bad for public servants whose average salaries hover around $129,000 a year.
Thank you very much to all of you for supporting DAGA.
And it's not just the Republicans. Democratic AGs are courted by trial lawyers at receptions like this one in Washington. And they, too, take donations from companies under investigation.
I think that really raises some concerns about whether the AGs are doing what they're supposed to be doing, which is represent their state and the people of their state, as opposed to representing their biggest donors.
RAGA told us in a statement, quote, "The Republican Attorneys General Association has been successful in supporting candidates that will defend the rule of law. Republican attorneys general have this mindset, and that's what drives their actions, nothing else." The Democratic attorneys general told us that they, quote, do the right thing by the law and for the people of their states on a number of issues. But, you know, even if all that is true, it still makes you think about who can afford to get this special access to top law enforcement officials and who can't.
The optics are really unfortunate. I think when people talk about the swamp, this is the kind of interaction that they're imagining happening, unfolding.
Very nice looking swamp, though, out there.
Great golfing in the swamp.
Multiple times a year, by the way. These happen quarterly.
They wear resort casual because they have deeper pockets.
Nancy, thanks for that.